I said that with a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about this for a minute. What if you were a Cincinnati Bengals fan? How bad would that be? Fam, God, it's good to see you again. And, man, you know, as the season gets closer, it's getting more intensely exciting, isn't it? Redemption time 2025. Let's go get him. Go get him. This is a face-saving year coming up. I'm telling you right now, fam. Kyle Shanahan informs team that a repeat of 2024 season results is unacceptable. Pretty much is what his whole meaning was in that talk he's had with his team. And, I mean, Shanahan has gone on record making the Niners fully aware of the fact that the failure is not an option this early in the season. Sets the expectations meter way over into the red. And by the way, Shanahan doesn't probably need to motivate the guys in a motivational speech. There's no L. Ron Hubbard necessary here, man. The table is set for San Francisco to make a huge comeback for a number of reasons. First, to make Rudy shut the hell up. And next, the Niners' strength of schedule could be key as the new talents will need time to grow to the next level from the collegiate ranks, of course. So to the Niners phones we go to get pumped regarding the Niners' positive attitude for 2025. Already in progress per head coach Kyle Shanahan. Tony, I know you sit down. Put Tony down under me. Ronbo, those chaps haven't got a chance with that Coach Shanahan. Is, you know, when he talks about Shanahan, it used to be I was like, Tony used to like frighten me a little bit how bad he didn't like Kyle Shanahan. The entire contingency. Jalen always comes in and B-slaps me. I mean, every time I argue with these guys, I can't defend him. I couldn't defend him, fam. The things they were talking about were pretty much accurate. So what am I going to do? Say you're wrong? They're not wrong. Shanahan's got some things to clean up. He's got to get it done this year and stop with the losses. You know, him and Thibodeau. Are you a Knicks fan? By the way? I don't know. I found myself rooting for the Knicks. Go Knicks! Anyway, if you probably know already by now, NFL analyst Brian Baldinger believes the new addition, Bryce Huff, will make a meaningful impact on the Niners defense, once again working with DC Robert Saleh. I saw that deal, Bryce Huff. Okay, but Bryce, listen, you know what? You're not originally an Eagle, so I'm not going to get mad at this because the last Eagle we had, I'm still not happy with, and as much money as we paid him, are you serious? So, and Bryce, I think he still gets 17 mil. But we only have to pay $7 million. See, this is what worries me when teams abort a project like that, even if it's going to cost them money. Wait a minute, what am I saying? We did that to Debo, didn't we? See, this is the thing I'm talking about. There's an example for you right there. Why'd they give up on Bryce Huff? Now, see, because I'm suspicious nowadays because every little mistake made with management is going to sooner or later trickle down into the season. So please, Bryce Huff, don't be a bust. But Saleh's had it before, and Baldinger describes Huff as a pass rushing specialist who thrives in obvious passing situations. Baldinger said earlier today on 95.7 The Game, he likes to be in a 4-point stance. This is a quote. He's got an electric takeoff. He's got a variety of moves to beat tackles in his business. I quote. It kind of gets me. I get a little rush on that one though. Huff reunites with Saleh, who was the head coach of the Jets during Huff's time there. Huff spent last season with the Eagles, but Baldy believes Philly didn't fully utilize his strengths properly. He explains, saying he's not a guy that's going to, this is a quote, he's not a guy that's going to drop into coverage and do all the kind of stuff. That's what the Eagles wanted him to do, and he's not that guy. Robert Saleh knows how to use him. He had him basically the whole time he was there. Huff's most productive season came as recently as 2023 with the Jets when he recorded a career-high 10 sacks under the leadership of D.C. Bobby Saleh. See, you can't get enough of these tough guys, man, because if this guy's good at what if the claim is made, look how the puzzles are fitting together here. I got my rookie. If you try to run boy, Kyle Williams is waiting for you to come running around that corner, man. And when you get there, you better bring your lunch because it's going to be rough and long. And so you bring this guy, Huff, in. I got McKell working most of the time. And then bring him in on fourth down situations and obvious passing. You see how the puzzle's starting to fit together? I kind of like what I'm seeing. I just hope Huff can hold up his end of the deal. For that matter, McKell. But McKell, I understand, here's a guy that's killing coaches if they don't get out of the way in practice. So I'm not worried about him. Fam, Coach Shanahan can be quoted saying, I understand. And this is why, I mean, when I say Shanahan said, we're not having no 2024 this year, Niners. Get in here and let's go to work. He could be quoted saying, I understand why we struggled last year. I won't understand it this year. You damn right, Kyle. You make that clear. Fam, think who amongst us doesn't agree with that, at least to some degree? Coach Shanahan attributes some of the, and this is what I'm talking about agreeing with. Coach Shanahan attributes some of his team's struggles last season to coming off a loss in the Super Bowl. Okay, whether you understand that or not, it can be traumatic, which means that reason can't be used this year. There's no Super Bowl you're coming off of. If anything, you should be pissed off about that. And by now, in a rage. Let's go. Shanahan said that a year ago, his players were worn down from a full postseason that ended with a heartbreaking overtime loss in Super Bowl 58. But this year, the guys have a full offseason after going 6-11 and missing the playoffs, and he's not going to accept anyone not being completely ready to go. Shanahan said via NBC Sports, BayArea.com, quote, the way I addressed it the most was at our last meeting in January. I just told the guys I talked about how the season ended the year before and how when I felt them all come back, I felt guys weren't ready to come back, and I understood that, but I told them I really won't understand it this year. Not that that was a right or wrong, but I couldn't comprehend it. Well, 5 weeks earlier, we all know how disappointed we are, and a lot of us have played a lot of football here. Unquote. Fam, truth is, the rookies don't need any pumping up because they want to come in and make a name for themselves. The vets are probably still stinging behind what happened. So, yeah, I can appreciate what Shanahan did, though, just to make clear to everybody that we know what everybody's got to be on the same page here. There's no lagging this year. Truth is, Shanahan's Niners have lost the Super Bowl twice. In both years, they followed that with a 6-win season. After that 6-10 season in 2020, though, they bounced back and made the NFC Championship game following the 2021 season. There's a pattern here that I hope continues. I don't want the other pattern. I don't want the losing the Super Bowl to continue or happen again. If the 49ers somehow stumble into the Super Bowl, and I say that because the obstacle is still going to be tough, fam. And we have to really understand that. I'm not wimping out. I'm just saying this is the NFL. You can get your ass beat every week if you're not careful. That's the best of the best out there every week. So returning to winning form is the kind of response the man expects from his players this year as well. It's a new season at Niners headquarters, and the renewed energy was on display during the Niners' first on-field practice, OTAs, open to local media. This is what I really appreciate the most. The Niners have got that blood in their eye. That eye of the tiger might be back. Coach Kyle Shanahan noticed a difference on the first day of Phase 1 when the entire team, with the exception of Trent Williams, he'll be in. Trent, understand, is still working out in Texas. Trent's a Texan, right? To be that big, you have to be a Texan. The States, that's why Texas is so big. All them big people, they need more room. But Trent is reported in Santa Clara. He didn't report for the start of the program. Shanahan, though, was quoted as saying, I thought the coolest thing was everyone being there on first day. Of course, without save Trent. We have every guy show up, and I didn't have to call anyone and beg them, which said a lot. They all knew what I said on the last day, and I wanted to see if it really meant something to them, not to where I had to call and remind them, and I didn't. And they all showed up, and they've all been working. And to me, that's been something I really appreciate, and I know I got the right guys. You're damn right you do, Kyle. Ah! Ah! The vet leaders now have the responsibility of making sure that the rookies and free agents align themselves with the priorities of the team and what it means to be a member of the 5-time world champion Red and Gold Warriors, the 49ers. Let's go, man. You put on that uniform, it is no longer that of mere mortals. If you're a 49er, now you got to prove it. And the standards are not low. Through the first on-field sessions, it appears to be working. Fred Warner's already out there being Fred. You gotta love Fred, man. Fred's out there issuing challenges at the offense, running to congratulate defensive teammates when they embarrass the offensive players. Yes, Fred, yes! George Kittle was offering advice to the new additions to the tight ends group as they learn blocking techniques. And if there's a tight end in the game that's going to teach other tight ends how you're supposed to do, it's George Kittle! And it's only been one practice. But it appears the 49ers have the right intentions looking towards a new start to a first season with the right foot forward. Ha! Fam, are you feeling some Bryce Huff? CMC is back again, looking a lot like Captain America. Hustling around there like crazy again, like he did the year before last. And by the way, did you see the new beast? They showed up in camp disguised as QB1 Brock Purdy. What has he been doing? What has he been eating? I'm worried they're gonna drug test him. They don't really do it. Ooh. By the way, come to find out, it was the guys that call it BP the Baby Bosa. And by the way, fam, you know what? They said he's out there pumping shots now. I mean, the dude is throwing bullets. I mean, the ball's got all kind of velocity on it. All he had to do was heal up from the injury, get stronger, and all of a sudden, people were talking about throwing that wounded duck out there. That might not be the case this year. Although, you know what? I'm thinking Kyle's over there. I know Kyle's playing psychological warfare, baby. Mac Jones, Kyle's saying all kind of good things, heaping praises on him. You want to get somebody pumped up? Start touching that jealousy button, you know? Kyle is proud of having Mac Jones as a backup, and he thinks he'll be a perfect backup for Brock Purdy. Although, on the other hand, I'm thinking, you know what? Now, by the way, if we are going, like, beginning of week 8 or 9, you know, it's a little late to be falling off. We're like, say, 9-1 or something crazy, and we have an injury to Brock. And we can't continue because of the fact that we lost our quarterback. How many teams have we seen that happen down through the years? They're doing fine, they lose QB1, and all of a sudden they drop right out. So if Mac's looking good, I ain't mad at that, you know? Yeah, good. Fam, you're feeling on these matters. And by the way, that new rookie running back, the UDFA, understand this. Word is, keep an eye on that kid. What is that running back's name? It's not. No, it's our draft pick. I made a mistake there. Yeah, Jordan Watkins. I understand we'll to be continued. Let me get him in here. Yo, Smooth, get in here, man.
Ronbo, what's up, baby boy?
Hey, Smooth, man. I'm just sitting there getting all giddy about this team and things that are coming up. We picked up a new defensive end. 49ers are putting them puzzles together. We're going to look like we did in 2019. I mean, quarterback's going to step back, and all of a sudden, all he's going to hear is crash, boom, slam. Woo! I can't wait.
Ain't nobody going to be able to run on us, bro, or pass on us. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very, very difficult now. And Huff, his contract won't be completed until after on the 1st. Yeah, June 1st. But yeah, that's a good pickup, and we couldn't pick him up if Philadelphia wouldn't go pick up the remaining of a portion of that contract. So we got him, and it'll be for like 2 years. So yeah, man, he's very twitchy. Very twitchy. He can be in that corner. So this is the plan. So we're gonna have Williams, our rookie. We're gonna have Williams.
Mikhail,
so on third down, Mikhail Williams on third. This is how it's gonna go. On third down, Mikhail Williams gonna go to the inside with West. Then Huff gonna go on the outside.
I like that plan
on third down.
Yeah,
that's how it makes sense. Because look at Mikhail, and you already got West in the middle. You already know how he is.
Yeah.
He just pushed Simmons and back into the quarterback. We got him. We got Mikhail with 6'5", almost 6'6", long arms, 7-foot wingspan. He can put his hands on the block passes. Then you got Huff coming off the edge, very twitchy. I saw him, man. I wanted him a while back though when he came out of Missouri, bro. I mean not Missouri, but out of Memphis. He's only 27 years old. 6'3", 255 pounds.
Oh,
that's why he didn't have so many sacks with his Eagles, because he was light. 6'3", 255 in the middle. That wasn't his scheme. Yeah. Now Saleh had him when he went to the Eagles to the Jets. Saleh know how to use him. So when he come back, that boy go eat on the outside. So he gonna be a double sack. He gonna be a double sack player. So you got that. Then you got Bosa on the right side.
Yes.
Huff on the left side on third downs only, and then you got Mikhail Williams on West. Man, come on, bro. Then you got Fred Warner in the middle calling. Fred Warner go eat. Now you got that gap because West, he take up two players.
I mean,
he beat a triple, not double team. He beat a triple team.
And he likes
it. So you got that. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. Then you got Nick on the other side of Fred. He's rushing. That boy was a speed demon. In training camp, go look at the tape in training camp, bro. I don't know.
I'm looking at his clips from school. I haven't seen training camp, but I see his clips from school. I said, this dude, he moves like a...
Don't forget about Saleh.
Oh, yeah, but he moves like a cornerback, but he's a little too big to be a cornerback. So, yes, make him a linebacker.
Hey man, we gonna have y'all can disagree with me all y'all want to. We gonna be the top 3 defense, if not better.
Get no argument from me. No.
I'm telling you. Then all we have to worry about is the safety. Who we gonna put in the safety?
See,
but
and that is causing me some anxiety.
But Upton go be, since Upton is 5'8", whatever. That's how small he is. But the boy is yoked, and he's strong, and he's fast, and he's a determined tackler, good tackler, hitter. And with the linemen, with Williams and all of them, how tall they are, they ain't gonna be able to see Upton. So when they get ready to throw that quarterback, get ready to throw that slant, he gonna be right there because he gonna be rushing. The quarterback's gonna be rushing. Don't worry about these quarterbacks. Be scared about these other teams. They haven't played us. Like I said last time, I had to check you on that. They ain't played us.
Notice I learned.
What they gonna do that we can? What they gonna do to us that we can do better than them?
No.
Man, we there, but we still got a lot of more work. This is not the only piece. We gonna add some more pieces because now the Amari Cooper, look at for that to even get more attention because now you got
Ricky.
What's his name?
Ricky.
Yeah, you got Ricky with the hamstring. And he probably won't be back. Yeah.
He's not come back for OTAs. You know what, Ricky, this could be an ongoing problem. Once they start doing that, like Debo, every 5 minutes, my leg, Debo down.
And family, my faithful family, you know how Shanahan is when it comes to wide receivers. Look at Brandon Yu when he was in the doghouse. And I'm telling you, these young studs, they're hungry and they're ready. I'm telling you, bro, Watkins, that boy tore up camp. Watkins and Clowney got bigger now. Man, them two right there, speed demons, 4.37, 4.39 speed. Then you got Jennings in the slot. Come on. Then you got Bosa. Then you got Farrell on the other side, double tight end. Then you got Garendo. You can put him in running out the wing, or put him in the slot on the other side. With that 4.3 speed, it's 4.34. Man, this is a track meet, and a lot of speed don't fit a lot of teams, but we get what fit the 49ers. Don't forget that we bring in players that fit us. That's why Robert Saleh brought in his boys. You know what I'm saying? For what he did with the Jets, he's already developed.
He's
already developed.
Smooth.
Plug and play.
Downshifted. I'm loving it, though. We're going to be the NASCAR defense, not the NASCAR rest. We got to go.
Hey, bro, I know I got so much, bro, but I'm loving the move they making, and y'all shouldn't have nothing to worry about. I'm telling you, bro, when September roll around, ground and pound, and we in there, bro. Smooth operator, I'm out 415 Sucker Free City. You know what it is, family. I'm out. Day.
It's Smooth. Nice, fam.
All the time. It's my pleasure. I'm out.
I got to get a T-shirt that says Sucker Free City. Hey, Smooth in the house. 49er Brian talking to you, Smooth. Sucker Free Zone. Smooth, you got us all with that one, boy. I love it. Oh, God. Matty, up in Bend, Oregon. That's another Sucker Free Zone. Matty's in it.
No sucker around here.
Matty, you just added Bryce Huff.
Ronbo.
I mean, Brock Purdy's coming here. People confuse him for Nick Bosa. What the hell? And then, of course, I mean, you think about Kyle Shanahan has delivered the message. Guys, we are not going to look like we did last year. And that poor Coach, Coach, we're way ahead of you on that, baby. So, what are you thinking, fam?
Well, dude, there's just so many points to make as far as like to back that up. I mean, like Smooth was saying, I think we're gonna have like a top 3 defense next year. There's new energy in the house, Ronbo. We've got Robert Saleh back, and there's a new mindset. They've cleaned house on the off season. We've picked up some new dudes. So I think Smooth's right on as far as like how they're gonna play them. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how everything plays out, man. Our run game's going to be strong.
Oh, God, yes. And there's a couple of running backs in camp that people are taking a second look at. I know. And
what
actually,
I'm talking about.
Yeah, Corey Kiner. Also, I think his name was Corey. Corey Kiner, is it? Yeah, both of the running backs are making people say, what? What do you got here? So Kyle can be encouraged to give Nick breaks. I mean, not Nick, but CMC can take breaks here and there. Yeah, you don't have to run him to death.
Yep. Yeah. No, I think maybe for once we're good on running backs. I hate to even say that. So you never really are. That can go sideways real quick.
Every year, Matty. We can have 6 running backs at the beginning of the season like we do now, and in week 14, 49ers are having to call blah blah blah, who hasn't played in about 6 months, but he said he's been keeping in shape. Why are we having to find people?
Yeah, it gets that way quick sometimes too. You're way too early,
man. So find out.
Yeah, Brock. I have confidence in Brock, man. I mean, a lot of our dudes, man. They've been training early. Like it's just the new. It was funny, man. Like some people understand the reference. There's an old movie called Half Baked. It's got Dave Chappelle in it, and he's like, I'm the new Thorogood Jenkins today. And I'm like, that's just the 49ers, man.
Exactly. Because, you look at some of the things that happened last year, it probably was a weight the 49ers are carrying around. I don't want to call those guys dead weight. But the thing is, their energy level, their contributions were starting to fade. And so, you like you're saying, you get that new injection of energy. It makes a difference.
Yeah, it really does. And I think
Detroit versus every.
Oh, it comes and gets you, man. Give me double flags on that. Just.
I was gonna say people are always quick to forget how close we were to winning a lot. Like a small handful of those games that we lost. So even with the team we were rocking, so
yeah. Even as bad as we were at, man, we could have been 8.
Yeah, okay.
The Rams had no business sweeping the 49ers. They escaped twice. No. Then, escaped once, okay, but they escaped twice. That's such BS.
Twice.
Ronnie Bell, Debo, what the hell? Come on, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, I think we could have won like 4 more games. Almost.
Yeah.
I think we had
a couple of.
So,
lack of
Not that we deserved to win those games, Obviously, we didn't. I mean, we wouldn't have made it very far.
No, right?
It was a good thing, hopes up, so it's probably better that way, anyways.
No, really, I don't want to go to the playoffs for that team. I mean, I say that on a number of years so far. 2 or 3 years I've said
better than not going.
Yeah, I don't want to go in the playoffs for that team, guy. And we're going to go in as a wild card. Somebody's going to get hurt. It's going to extend into next year.
Yeah.
And is it worth it? No.
Well, that's all last year was, Ronbo. It was just a hurt section. Somebody else went down this game. I don't think did we even have maybe one game where somebody didn't get hurt?
I know. You got to think about that.
It was always bad.
Which game?
Yeah.
Did we go unscathed?
Yeah.
God.
Probably none.
Oh.
Probably none. Have to look it up. I'm not sure.
I'm worried about Trent Williams. So.
Yeah.
When he does come back, and I understand he's working out either in Texas or Oklahoma, I think. But how many games is he going to last? And do we have a serviceable left tackle in camp right now that's going to be able to step in there as last year's left tackle, Jalen?
He's got some,
what's Jalen's last
whoever
name?
it is, they have some big shoes to fill because, Trent Williams playing at least, 80 to 90% of what he's capable of is still better than most people at their 100% level. So I'm hoping to see, it'd be nice to get one good more year out of him. Maybe two.
We'll be lucky to get that. Grant went as far as categorized Trent Williams as the fourth best left tackle in the game now. Just point that out, Even if he, on a given Sunday, he might be the fourth, but not every week. There's going to be Sundays where he's going to be the best in the game. So. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, he's going to have great games. Hopefully more of those than not, right?
Yeah, he's a guy that's Trent Williams. It's like it's been said about Trent Williams. He's not the kind of guy that needs to train hard every day to be as good as he is. He's a natural, and those are not born, but maybe once or twice an entire 100-year period, right? So yeah, I'm not.
Well, then, don't underestimate his impact on the locker room either, Ronbo.
And then, you definitely.
So there's that too. It's not just his play on the field.
Leadership,
the way he carries himself in the locker room, the camaraderie he's got, and just the wisdom that he can impart on the younger guys. You know what I mean?
I want him to be in the offensive. I want him to be the coach outside of player coach. In fact, consider Trent next year if it's going to be the case. Trent, stay on this staff, man. We need one of the world's best out here to teach these guys how to do it.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh man, he'd inspire.
That'd be a great spot.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Might be a great job.
He just go back to Washington.
Keep him right on.
Stay with us.
Just go straight from the field to the staff the next year. That'd be awesome, man. I'd love it.
Man, we gotta go. I'm gonna see you.
All right, buddy.
I'm gonna see you Sunday.
Let's say
Friday already.
Sunday, yeah. Nice. How's the new? Did you get new equipment or any? What was the tech problem?
I've got there's so many. It's too long. But I do. I'm working on a new Mac right now. My own, So it gets really.
Yeah. Sweet.
All
right, buddy.
All right,
fam. Get to Sunday night.
Looking forward to it.
Eagles Nation, Eagles Nation.
Night, Matty. Poor guy. Let's go.
Go Eagles. Let's go.
Matty, see you Sunday. Let me get a run over here. Yo, Triple A. Oh, God, it's a lost Eagle fan. My God, poor soul. Hey, they won a Super Bowl. Now they're running around bothering people. Triple A, get in here, man.
What is up, Ronbo?
Triple A, man, I'm looking at the changes that are going on with the 49ers. We're just morphing into this new entity, and it's fun to watch. Bryce Huff thing I didn't even see coming. But what did we talk about as recently as maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago? We were saying things about certain 49ers making moves, transactions. They're not done yet. Look out for the 49ers. They got a little extra money. They'll do something. They're not going to sit pat because usually they make that move halfway through the season. They went in and got Bryce Huff right now. And Saleh's just making all these suggestions. You know they're going to pay off. That defense is going to be hell. And you already know Kyle Shanahan's not going to have his defense beating him up every day in practice. So it's going to be interesting to see how good this team's going to be. But you're taking all these latest developments.
Yeah, I really like that trade. Trading for Bryce Huff. When he was in New York with the Jets with Robert Saleh, like he was very good. So yeah, I'm excited to see how he pairs with Nick Bosa and some other D-line.
Nick's gonna be inspired. I mean, Nick probably thought he was carrying way more than his load last year. And so there were probably games when Nick was saying, oh, God, here we go. I got to carry the whole team again. I mean, I don't know if he ever thinks like that. But Nick, all he has to now worry about is how much is going to be left for him. I mean, I got Bryce up on the other side. I got Mikael trying to make a name for himself. I got C.J. West, the man that won't be contained. He's got so much help out there, it's ridiculous. God, get this season going. We're less than 100 days now. I'm sorry, Triple A. I lose sometimes. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, Ronbo, it's going to be really, interesting to see. So, and especially they can put
Brock Purdy sucks. Brock Purdy sucks. Brock Purdy sucks. You suck, Ronbo. I hate.
Get him. Oh my God, it's hard to get them off once they get on. They're like chewing gum. All right, go ahead, Triple A.
Oh, but like they could put Kyle Williams inside, on third downs. So yeah, I really think with Robert Saleh doing his thing.
And he's learned a lot, probably even since he left San Francisco, and he was no idiot when he left us, right? So now that he's gone through tragedy and everything else and had to make adjustments, his mind has probably expanded 1,000,000 miles in all directions when it comes to moving those chess pieces around. And you already know he's a world-class chess player. So this defense is going to be interesting. He picked the parts he wanted for a reason. We don't know what they are yet, but we're going to find out. But speed kills, and Robert's got nothing but speed out there.
Yeah, and I think Bryce Huff is like 27 years old, so that's pretty young.
He's right in the middle of his peak.
So, yeah, and and we got, our, D-line depth is a little better than last year, so.
Already, right? Just it's true. Putting one piece. And remember, we thought that we had a shortage. What we did in the beginning of the season, we had 5 or 6 dudes. Now we got plenty. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you also got your third growth models.
See, I mean, we went from rags, we were from so poor the cupboards being bare, till we got to put in some new shelving. Oh, and lots of talent, not just deadbeat bodies. You remember how Trent would go out. He would go out and bring in when Trent would bring talent in from the draft and everything else. It'd be like, look what the Cats. Balky just brought people in because they were big or whatever. He wasn't even looking at the talent half the time. Balky had guys sitting on the bench that everybody says, man, I hope he ain't got to come in the game. See, that makes no sense, Trent. Well, I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought we'd get him in and their projects that we'll work him up and we'll get him up to speed. No, it doesn't work like that, Trent. You need to bring in good raw material, malleable clay, and then we'll build something. You can't bring in a pile of dirt. Oh, Anyway, he got fired again. I'm sorry, I got to stop going off on these tangents. God, go ahead, fam.
But he was terrible as a GM. But and I'm really excited to see CJ West. He kind of reminds me of a DJ Jones type of player. So,
but a little more aggressive. This is why I can't wait to see him. I don't know if I'm right on that, But from watching his tape at school, my God, he was a man out of control. DJ was solid, no doubt about it. But I want to see what this dude looks like in real time on the NFL field. I hope he measures up to what he looked like at school, because my God, that is one violent child. Oh.
I know. But yeah, and on the offense, I'm really eager to see how Jacob Colvin looks, because from what I heard, they say he got stronger and bigger. So
it'll help him block. And I know he got that. He put on that size so he can block. Because Kyle, he hands every receiver a policy, and you got to sign affidavits that you will block or you will sit. God. Oh, man, out of time already. AAA, I'm going to see you on Sunday like we do. All right?
All right, Ronbo.
Appreciate you, fam.
You have a good night.
And you too.
And give me a nice shout out.
Play Sunday, fam. Let's see what develops. All right, fam. Oh, Lorenzo out of New Mexico way. Lorenzo!
Hey, what's happening, Ronbo?
Oh, Lorenzo, all kind of things happening. I'm going to tell you the truth, Lorenzo, between you and me, we family. I was a little concerned about that defense when I first saw at the end of the season in, and I said, all these people leaving, we ain't bringing nobody in, we ain't got no money. Oh, what are we going to do? You got to stop worrying about things, Lorenzo. This is the damn 49ers. Look out. We got overkill. We got too many bodies out there, and most of them are dangerous. I got Bryce Huff. And by the way, look out. You know, Lorenzo, we have to defend Brock Purdy all the time. Wait a minute, I got that noodle arm. Look out. That's over. Boys in there looking like Nick, and they said they're throwing that ball with a velocity. Get Lorenzo, go ahead, man.
Well, you ever see me worried there, Ronbo?
I know, right? That's true. You are never concerned about any problems. I love it.
No, I think we're going to be good. I've got full faith in our team this year. I mean, the more they go, it's like, wow. I think we're definitely better than last year. For damn sure.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
I mean, exactly.
So I'm not too worried. We got the coaching staff. I'm excited.
It's a mystery
season. I think it's just a week, isn't it? Yeah, I think they're just protecting him. He's not really hurt.
Who?
He's just hamstring. Pearsall.
Oh, Pearsall. No, I mean, I just worry about, because guys who pull hamstrings, maybe it's not serious, but they don't want to take any chances. But guys who pull hamstrings always never stops,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what kind of freaked me out was that punter that released. But I guess he wasn't doing work shit last year.
I forgot about Mitch. And he's not unhealthy right now. He just
because his back.
Yeah, they still want to take more chances on him.
So he's I was kind of they let him go, right?
Yeah,
he'll help somebody out somewhere. Is all they said.
Yeah, I know, right? It's amazing how Robert Saleh brought over so many guys that left wherever they were going. If you were with the Jets or wherever, you leave New York. And I don't blame you for leaving the Jets, because the Jets are going to continue to be the Jets. So Robert Saleh's got something going on in San Francisco. I'm on my way, baby. So that's kicking.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be all right. And they brought in another defense, that edge rusher. Yeah, Bryce
Huff. That shocked me.
Yeah, I was looking at some highlights. He's 10 sacks, 23. That's not bad. Brooks only had 9 last year.
I mean,
So
Bryce he's got moves. He's a legitimate edge rusher. Until and McKell's going to work up. We're going to have. Man, I can't. I'll see this develops. I want to see what McKell looks like on that edge too. But McKell's going to set the edge. You're not running on McKell Williams. If I got Bryce on the other side on the fourth down situation, obvious passing down, move McKell to the inside. That's a dual. Man, you talk about a yin and yang defensive line. We got one.
Yeah, I've got, and those three rookies are going to push the shit out of each other too. They're all talented. So that was going to be. It's cool to have them all in the same class.
Yes, in fact,
there'll be
that's
that.
definitely a plus. When time comes to contract size, that's the only thing. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll worry about that when.
And later on, we ain't got to worry about that now.
That's 4 years away, man.
I know, right? So you got to tell me about these things. I can always preemptive worry. It makes no sense. God.
Yeah, like you said, you got to worry about their signing. Oh, good.
I mean, man, Lorenzo, I'm the same guy that said when the year we went to the Super Bowl 2019, oh, man, come on, man. They're too young. Wait a minute. Let them get ready first. Boom, in the Super Bowl. Ronbo, shut up. I'm shutting up. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But I just keep being impressed with their freaking size, man. God damn, that's 900 plus pounds in the middle right there. Three guys. All quick too.
I mean, it's the way it's supposed to be.
And all young, 20, 21.
Oh, yeah, children, big children.
They're gonna get big. They're gonna get real good.
Especially with Salah and Kasurik out there running things. I can't wait to see Alfred Collins. So let that monster loose out there. I got CJ and Alfred in the middle. I got Mikel over there on the other side, and also got Bryce on the backs and downs. Nick Bosa, the man machine, on the other side. And I was worried about the defense.
Yeah. Yeah. CMC looking good. Yeah, we're good. I think we got some. I think we're getting some depth too. Finally,
Yeah, the defensive line is loaded with that and talented depth. Not just guys that are sitting over there. Hopefully, they don't get in. Yeah. These guys can get in and do something.
Yeah. Or they saying when the Jets were running like a 9-man rotation.
Yeah. see, that's what works for us. Keep them bodies fresh. So every time they go out there, they give them 100%, and they have the capability to do 100% because they're well rested, chomping at the bit to get back on the field.
Or they saying Kyle Williams was like running like, how CMC runs all the way down for a touchdown each time.
Yeah.
He was chasing after him.
That's awesome.
So,
that's so good.
I'm so super excited for this year, Last year was just it was just fucked up all around, and you couldn't even point your finger at any one thing,
Yes, that was scary, wasn't it?
It was just like, oh shit, somebody else, hey, he's coming back this week. Oops, somebody else went, just horrendous stuff, child died, child died, this guy,
That's just,
stuff you couldn't help.
No, right?
And then you got the people. Yeah, we almost fucking, some of these guys wanted to fire fucking Shanahan because of that,
Oh, well, this is why it's a thing. When everything's going bad, you're looking all over the field, and there's any number of people that should be fired or thrown out. But no, not his fault. It's Kyle's fault. I said, I can't. Yeah, I can't join this.
Yeah, you got to see it. I think we see shit kind of real, Some people can't see that, You're like, were we watching the same game? You're thinking, like, what the hell?
Lorenzo, we got to go. Hey, let me see you Sunday, fam. And let's see what develops between now and then.
Great weekend, Just stay positive. Get that.
Oh, I do. Now I'm overly positive. All
right, brother. Good weekend. Later.
Later, Lorenzo. And there's Eric from the Emerald City. Get in there, Eric.
What's up, Ronbo?
Eric, man, we're just sitting here getting excited about the season. We still got to go through summer and all the heat, but when it starts to get cool, it's football time.
I tell you, what the Niners did today.
Bryce Huff?
Man. Yeah. Man, that was
shocking.
That just keeps getting better and better and better.
You can't see it coming. If anybody said, Bryce Huff will be on the team next year, that guy from the Eagles? Yeah. Really? What makes you think so? When people start talking about, we can add this dude, and people see somebody on the wire, let's get him. With what? The 49ers don't have extra cap. They just got a little bit of money. They better hold on to it. But then you get a gift. The Eagles are going to continue to pay part of Bryce's salary. I really wondered, was that a mistake on somebody's part? Or are the Eagles already planning for the future? Since they've won a Super Bowl, they might be thinking about now. We can take our foot a little bit off the gas because they got rid of some good players from last year already from their frontline rush, which is very bizarre. Why would you do that? So, but they do well with the draft, though, Eric. You know what? Howie Roseman is my hero. Every year, I keep an eye on him even more than I do our 49ers FO.
Yeah.
Because Howie just makes magic appear during the draft and free agency. Poof. I says, man, how do things just fall in his lap? Eric, he had the last pick in the draft. It was a solid pick. Who gets a solid pick with pick number 32? Howie does. Who's that? Well, I forgot what he picked up, but I says, how the bleep did he get him? God. So, yeah.
So I remember the year that they went with Jalen Hurts in the second round. Like, I was watching a whole bunch of Eagle fans on YouTube after that.
Yeah.
Boy, they were not at all happy. Looking back at it now, everybody loves that pick.
What, number 2 pick? What pick?
They love the Jalen Hurts.
Wait, what's his name?
The quarterback.
Well, they got Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Eric, it's again, Howie. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I would not call him elite. What he does well. But if you put certain people around him, he looks awesome. He has the ability, though, to answer the bell 80%. You know what I am going to put? Jalen is elite. Because I used to think, okay, now Jalen, you got to work those receivers now. Let's see how well you do. And he did a good job last year when he had to. But every quarterback's best friend is his running back. And I can Brock Purdy, I get in this argument about Brock Purdy all the time. But you give, like any other quarterback in the NFL, you give him a solid run game. And you know as well, Marshawn Lynch made Russell Wilson's job real easy back in the day. And that's why Russ.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
it did. And then Russell decided he wanted more money. And then he started complaining that he was getting hit too much. And it's like, dude, let's think about this. Who's the one that wants more money? Boom.
Strip the team so they can't even get you any more help. And so and then they reassigned him. Russ handed him the ball. Go get him, Tiger. It's your team now. And you guys, but you know what? You guys have had some really good running backs down there. Pete Carroll never. If there's a good running back out there, the ones we didn't get, you guys are getting, vice versa. You guys had some running backs. That one guy that really got hurt about 3 seasons back, I hated playing against him. He was faster than Lynch and every bit as strong, but just the mindset was not like Lynch. I mean, like Marshawn. But my God, he was a terror to bring down. Nobody brought him down with the first tackle. He got hurt about 3 years ago.
That could have been Michelle Penny, a running back.
No, after him. I know you're talking about. This guy was just a bruiser. Name some running backs you remember in the last 5 seasons.
Well, I know, but we had Penny, Walker was around.
Walker.
Ooh, hold on.
Was it Walker? It might have been. What's his first name? Anyway,
Dennis.
man, every time he got the ball, it was 6, 7 yards. I says, this dude is dragging my boys down the field for a couple of yards. See, and that's why. Who was your quarterback? Gino. No, he wasn't there with Gino. You had another quarterback. The quarterback you got as your backup right now. He was starting there. So, it's running backs are going to come back into fashion. I predict they're not coming back into fashion now, but I figure they'll come back into vogue in about another 2 seasons. It's clear now that it's not just a passing game. If you put all your reliance on the quarterback winning the game on his own, your feelings will get hurt. Some quarterbacks can do it, but the percentage of those who can do that is very small. So.
Okay, so we have a couple of guys that it might be. Is it DJ Dallas?
Wait, say his name again?
DJ Dallas?
No. You know what? I'm gonna get back to you on this. And when I say his name, you say, "Oh yeah, I remember him." Hey, we do have to go now. Hey, let me.
One more sticking out, and that's Travis Hoble.
No, he was good though. You had another guy that was really good that got hurt every week, but he was like our guy too. Eric, we gotta go though. Let me see you Friday or Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, buddy.
Night, Eric.
Have a good night, buddy.
You too. Tony, he comes from the land down under. Tony, get in here, man. Tony, you be happy to know that Kyle Shanahan took an authoritative position and went out there and laid down the law, and was serious.
Oh yeah, yeah. He laid down the law. Right? Did you see his last press conference?
Yeah, Kyle's. Oh, I haven't. I didn't get a chance to see that. Robert Saleh did what?
Robert Saleh comes on and says, they asked him the question. He said, look, it's great to be back. And, I know now what Kyle was going through and happy to help him out in any coaching role or any assistance that he needs, blah, blah, blah. Then Shanahan comes on and says, are you happy Robert Saleh's back? And he said that he's happy, he understands now, when he was a coach, what you were going through, blah. And Shanahan couldn't handle himself, just had to act like a fucking idiot. All right, and he goes, now he knows why I was screaming my head off and going off my nut, all the time. I'm thinking, you chump, all right? You little goddamn chump. Is that all you could come up with?
He thoroughly pissed you off.
Don't you know that you're going to be dependent this season off the back of his defense, and all you can do is just stamp your authority? How about you teach the whole entire National Football League how to win a goddamn Super Bowl with a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter? How about that?
Tony, you can't still be bitter about that. It's been too long.
Well,
I try not to think about that though. I know what you mean. Every time I think about that, I don't like that feeling. It bothers. It gets all down into my gut. I hate that. Jesus Christ, that was a hard game to lose twice. At least the second one wasn't a 10-point. Well, no, we had a lead, and still we found a way to get Patrick Mahomes and his merry men back in to win. God.
Yeah. He wouldn't be as famous as he is and talking Hall of Fame bullshit if we would have just won one of those Super Bowls.
Thank you. At least we could be even up. We could say, it took us out once, so we took them down once. No. Now, we love playing the 49ers in the Super Bowl. We look forward to the next time we get the Super Bowl. The 49ers can get in there and we can do it again. Patrick, you stepped out of bounds, buddy. You fired the team up. I would think they'd do it again. I don't want to play, Tony, honestly, and people call me a wimp. I don't ever want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again in my lifetime. I don't care if Patrick, if Patrick's there, I don't want it. Damn it. They'll find a way to let him have it.
You know, Ronbo, look, on the bright side, a lot of the last year, a lot of the commentators out there, you know, clickbaiters, whatever you want to call them, were saying that, you know, the 49ers Super Bowl window's closed, this, that, and the other, blah,
Locked
blah,
it.
blah. But the moves that they've made, anyone that's a 49er fan has to be impressed with the moves that they made this year, because
Agreed.
in my eyes, the Super Bowl window is still open, wide open.
Yep.
In the team. And to know, the refreshing thing is if we have a cracker of the season this year, we go really well.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid we make it to the Super Bowl. We know that next year's draft, we've got the same amount of picks that we had this year. And that this team can only get stronger through that draft. And you know, the building process has been slow and steady, but we've been lucky to have a few surprises here and there. And I think with the return of Robert Saleh and Fred Warner on the sideline and George Kittle and, you know,
3 more years apiece. Yeah.
Nick Bosa in there teaching the boys. And I think we're going to have a pretty good season. Just the approach to the whole thing. And my thing is, I'm really keen to see which rookies are going to get playing time. And, you know, I hope Kyle, I heard him say one positive thing, and it nearly floored me. And that was about Christian McCaffrey. And you know how he is, we just went with the hot hand. You know, that's why I ran him 38 times in the game, 40 times.
I've got to go see. I saw that comment. I didn't have time to watch it. What did he say?
But he said that, we're keeping an eye on Christian. We have to protect him from himself. And I went, what?
You've always known
serious,
that, Kyle? Yeah.
Maybe you've turned the corner, buddy. You know, maybe he's turned the corner. So I hope he grabs the bit between his teeth, as they say. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'd like to see him relax a little bit more on the sideline instead of, you know, when it gets close to the end of the game, and if we're, you know, one touchdown behind, he gets all uptight and buries his head in that clipboard, and you can't, you know, he doesn't look it. He just panics. So just keep doing what you did in the first 3 quarters. Put your foot down, you know, on the accelerator, and just punish the people. But the other thing is, I'm sick and tired of these commentators saying that Brock Purdy is a system quarterback. I mean, which team in the National Football League runs onto a football field without a system?
Thank you. That's
who are they? Who are these people?
There are no. It used to be Russell Wilson. You know what? That kind of football got Russell Wilson where he is now. He's become a journeyman. You know, you can't play backyard football in the NFL every week. It's not going to work. You need a system. Every quarterback has a system. Tony, you're exactly right. I'm sick of that. It's a system quarterback.
I'm not talking about the quarterback. I'm talking about the whole goddamn team.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the quarterback gets spotlighted as being only able to do that. And that's what pisses me off.
Obviously. But we've got a defensive system. We've got an offensive system. We've got a special team system. And the quarterback is the quarterback. I mean, you know, you can't play football without a quarterback. We found that out firsthand,
well,
you know.
And the rest of the league's going to find out, too. Tony, we got to stop. And I'm going to tell you what. I'll see you Sunday, Monday, Aussie time. And looking forward to it. Always loving you coming on, Kyle. Tony, cheers, my man.
Cheers, brother. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa Dragon, 49er bastard. And, see you in the next one.
Looking forward to it. Great day, Tony. All right.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers. Hey, yo, Steven. Steven. As we sit in the sucker-free zone. Oh, man, the sucker-free zone. Steven, you know, I'm telling you right now, man. You know, last year, when we pumped up at the beginning of the season thinking like we all that, I think I still remember entertaining a few fears from last year. I knew they'd be tired. Like Brock made the mistake of telling the media, and they haven't given him a break about that since. And then Kyle admitting to not only was Brock telling you the truth, but I could attest to the fact that guys were not ready to play last year like they should have been. So that's not the case this year. You signed up a new edge rusher that was been used wrong in Philly. And you already got McKell over there setting the edge, and we're building up a defensive line, man. Yes, indeed. And Brock Purdy walking into camp, and they mistake him for Nick Bosa. Well, I can't wait to. I thought I haven't seen him yet. I've seen photos of him. I can't wait to see this. But
the legs, man. The leg. Brock Purdy's got some big ass legs for a quarterback, man. He may be small. That dude.
I saw that in the photo.
A goddamn big now. So it's so that way he couldn't go down as easy, because if you notice back then, you know, he's always been a below average size quarterback, but don't ever sleep on that, because every time the league does sleep on a below average size quarterback, that quarterback ends up like running through them like a fist through a paper bag, you know?
Yeah.
AKA Kyler Murray. Every time we keep saying, "Oh yeah, Kyler Murray's not going to do a goddamn thing," he runs right through the defense. Case being, last year we ran for almost 99 yards.
As soon as you said the word Kyler Murray, I felt this tension. God, we got to get his little ass. We got speed this year, though. We'll get him.
Oh, yeah, there's speed everywhere, man. All over the field. Speed in the defense, speed on the offense, speed on special teams, speed in coaching. Man, sure, I'm pretty sure when they write emails, it's all speed now. But most importantly, man, I like the idea that we got Bryce Huff. I like that a lot. I mean, some say it's, oh yeah, everyone's late to the game, late to the punch on it. But no, Bryce Huff is a good signing for the Niners, especially on defense, because we could always use better depth. I mean, look at last year. Look at our front four. That was nothing. It was laughable. I think that was the worst front four we've ever had.
Yeah, bunch of guys, no names.
And then on top of that,
and by the way, we still got gross models to add to that mix. We got Evans in the center. Models. I do too. Evans is still in the center, still growing.
But we fortified a lot of areas, a lot of gray areas the Niners weren't really good at.
Yeah.
And that's something that I can honestly say is like the best thing about this offseason so far. They addressed where they were weak at. They kind of touched base on offensive line. I don't know why they just kind of tiptoe dance around that, but I mean, they've got some players, nothing to really be like, whoa, look at that. Like Trent Williams signing or like Dominic Cooney signing. More or less, it's just like kind of like how we have decent enough players to stuff the hole where we need it to be, stuffed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
that way players don't get in and attack Purdy like they usually do. Because last year, Purdy was running for his goddamn life.
I know, right? And all people talk about, Purdy's regressing. Why don't you watch a game before you open your mouth and start saying bull stuff?
Stand in front of the freeway and play chicken. God. That's what it's like. Stand in front of the freeway and play chicken and try to throw the ball. See how well you do.
Get knocked all the way into the next dimension. So, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Purdy can stand back there and be the quarterback. It's one thing. But if he's bailing out of the pocket and the defenders are coming back to the ball, coming back to him at the same speed as the ball, what the hell you expect? Man.
Exactly. People forget Drew Brees. Everyone said the same thing about Drew Brees. Oh, he's regressing. Everyone forgets he didn't regress. He just didn't want to get hit, because the last time he got smacked, his head and his body almost separated during a snap, and that was against the 49ers. Remember that?
They still got memes.
I love it, man. They made his head, they extended that boy's neck about 2 extra feet that game.
His head's over here and his body's
and
over
I think
here.
That's the game they retired him, too. I think that was the game that retired him. They said, oh, yeah, you know what, I'm not doing this no more.
But he was seriously hurt. God, you got to protect the quarterback.
With an offensive line, man, a good enough. I'm not saying you have to have the best, but a good enough offensive line with maybe 1 or 2 really good players,
at least
and everyone else is like
down.
average.
Yeah,
it'll take you far. But it's nice to see that this offseason has become so much more progressive than it has in the last couple of years. because the last time we actually had a decent off season was right before the season of 2019, where like all these big plays were being made, all these plans were put in place, and draft night was pretty damn good, I will say, but nothing like this, man. Nothing like this. I actually feel confident saying like, oh yeah, even though we got an easy schedule, you cannot sweat these teams, and I think the Niners know that, and they know that they're going to go in and kick the shit out of even the worst teams just to make a statement.
No,
because you can never let up, man.
Don't listen to that. We got a weak team to play with every week. That ain't happening. And I guarantee you it's not going to happen. The years we've said that, had to fight like hell, fourth quarter games up and down the schedule to be won. Man, I ain't going for that no more.
Yep.
They may be able to beat those teams, but ain't going to be no walking away.
And you know what? Here's the thing, too. I'm going to go ahead and defend my boy Ricky Pete. Got a messed up hamstring. Yeah, that happens, bro. I mean, we're heading into, triple-digit weather. He's probably not hydrated all the way. Probably still recovering from getting shot in San Francisco.
Yeah,
crazy.
Trainers got to stay on top of that then. So, because players aren't always the smartest people in the world when it comes to that.
Jacob Cowling looks like a goddamn tight end. He is a wide receiver built like
he's
a
not
tight
that
end.
short. People don't know.
Word.
Yeah, Jacob's not that small. Anyway, if he bulked up, he must look huge.
Man, we got speed everywhere, man. The only person I know that's probably like the slowest out of like our wide receiver core is Ricky P. He may be slower than the rest, but make no mistake, you forget where he's at, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone.
He's got quickness. Him and both Juwan, they got quickness. They haven't got straight line speed, but to defend him is a bit. I mean, it's rough. So.
And they're hard to take down. Let me say that again. They are extremely hard to take down. If you ever see Juwan Jennings get taken down off of like one person, no, that is like a fight for their life, man. He's getting yards after carry. It don't matter. He's going.
And even with the half, he's still pulling. Juwan, go down before you get hurt, man.
Same thing with Ricky. Ricky, that boy, he don't give two shits anymore. He's like, I made it in the NFL. I got shot. I'm playing. Ain't nothing worse than getting shot. Which is true. You can't say, oh yeah, no, this is worse than getting shot. Nope.
Steve, we got to step up. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna see you Sunday. Always appreciate you. Who's that screaming in the back? Was that Rome?
No, that was Scarlett.
I love when they do that.
Munch on some chips.
Hey, I'm gonna see you Sunday, fam.
I'll see you Sunday, Ronbo. You have a great night.
Hey, you too, fam. Night, Steven. What is this? It looks like it can't be. Could this be Trey from PA?
Ronbo!
Wait a minute, wait. I always get the VA and PA mixed up. It's white chocolate, Trey. Trey, get it in, man.
Yes, sir.
Trey.
Yes, sir. Hey, can you hear me, Ronbo?
I can hear you, man. There was a Philly fan in here a little while ago. If you see him, which you won't, please tell him that you got to give him at least a slap. You're around them all the time. Trey, you must have to endure incredible shots. I mean, except for your boys, that's okay. But Philly fans remind me of Raider fans. They get so intense, so crazy, that they actually go beyond the edges of decency. Not you, Nikita. Oh, I'm talking about Nikita's cool. She's a Philly fan. But yeah,
Well, so Ronbo, first of all, I got to say, it's funny to me that I love that you started off with that because, I got to say, I apologize for that Bird's outburst earlier. I don't know. I don't know if you saw the area codes or whatever, but I think that might have been one of my main enemies, Big Bird, from my notorious draft party. I think that was Big Bird who was trying to chime in. Yeah, I think so. I'm not with him.
Big Bird.
No, I'm not. Ronbo, I think that was him. And here's what I'll say, Ronbo. I want to get ahead of this because I got to air some things out. Because Big Bird and I were racing to the phones here. But
And I will say I knew I was going to get in because I love Ronbo Nation. I love the Niners, and I know. But anyway, Ronbo, him and I were getting into it. We were talking about, Brock versus Hurts. He's a Birds fan. Whoa. And I'll say this, Ronbo. I don't know. Call me crazy. I always got to come in hot. But Jalen Wentz, a.k.a. Jalen Hurts, I think he's a tush-push merchant, and I think he got a Trent Dilfer ring last year. So, give me Brock. Give me Brock. And like I said, him and I were arguing, and he said, I'm going to take this to Ronbo. And I said, well, I'll beat you to the punch. So.
Big Bird, you need to call in there, man. We'll be ready. We'll be ready for you, man. We got plenty of argument. Yeah, because the thing is, I was just talking about Jalen Hurts a few minutes ago, too. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is a man who has to have a certain combination of things, because the year before last, he didn't look like this. Saquon Barkley shows up. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, he's all world. Okay.
Ronbo, exactly. And you know what, Ronbo? He didn't even clear 3,000 passing yards this year.
He didn't need to.
You know what I mean? Like, I know they didn't need to and all that, but all I'm saying is, like, if I'm building a team, give me like give me a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like people want to say like Brock Purdy is a system guy. It's such a lazy take to me, because I think Tony was just saying this or someone, but like when you look at what people will say, Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl. Ronbo, let's look at. I just want to look at something real quick. I just want to look at the playoff stats. Okay. Here's Brock Purdy's playoff stats to this point. 1,300 yards. So 6 games played, 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns passing, 1 interception. Mm-hmm. Almost 100 yards rushing and a touchdown. Right. Mm-hmm. Here's Jimmy Garoppolo's playoff stats. Less than 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, Ronbo. So you know what I mean? I'm tired of that system stuff. Like, Brock he's good.
Every quarterback has a system. What, you just walk out there and start throwing the ball around with no system? Mm-hmm. You have to have a strategy in the NFL. You can't just go out there and hike and do things. Guys drawing plans up in the dirt. No. So with that. And by the way, Trey, try to think of a quarterback that doesn't have a system. I mean, that's what I want to know. When people always throw that in my face. Okay, tell me about a quarterback that does. Patrick Mahomes. No, he does. He does have one. You just can't. You just don't recognize what it is.
Exactly. Well, Ronbo, I mean, exactly. I mean, here's the thing. It's the classic. It's such a, like I said, it's such a lazy take in terms of like, he's a system quarterback.
Just to piss off the fans.
What if Mahomes goes to Chicago instead of Kansas City? You know what I mean? Like, what is he? What is he right now? So, like, that was a possibility, right? And so, like I say, it's all about opportunity and stuff like that. And the bottom line is, I mean, come on, like, people want to talk about this Brock contract. You know what, Ronbo? I think it fell right into place. Like, I'm happy about where that fell. Because you know what? It's going to be one of those things, Ronbo, where in 2-3 years we're going to be looking back going, man, what a bargain. You know what I mean? Because, it's just how it works. Obviously, it's different than the bargain we had from a 7th-round pick. But, you know what I mean? So you got to pay him. He's proven it. I think he's top 10, top 7, top whatever. And like I said, I think that was Big Bird from PA, and I just want to apologize. He's just upset that they have a running back at quarterback. You know? So.
It's not even your fault. Eagles fans, they get to hoop and holler for a few more months. I ain't mad at that. I'd probably be doing. I mean, I'm not like that. I ain't gonna be running around bothering people about it if the 49ers win, because been there, done that, baby. So Trey, we ain't got to be doing that. So we expected to do the title thing. So, but Eagles only won their second one, so,
exactly. And you know what, Ronbo, just to kind of pivot real quick, I will say I love what you said earlier about Baldy, saying that there's untapped potential with Bryce Huff.
Yeah.
I think the same thing. I will say, you're always a little skeptical when you're doing a deal with the devil, a.k.a. Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
But, I think, I don't know. We'll see that mid-round pick, whatever that is. Like, whatever. You take he had 10 sacks a couple years ago. So.
Well, so I'm thinking, and that was with Salah. So Salah knows how to use him. You can't put players out of position as to what their strengths are and expect anything less or more. So I'm not mad. Salah says he can play. He can play. I'll take Salah's word. And he's going to put him in a position to win. Yeah, so I'm not mad at that.
Exactly. Nah. People are just jumping and saying, "Oh, we got fleeced." Well, let's see. First of all, I want to see what that mid-round pick is. I don't know if that was announced yet. But I don't know. To me, mid-round is like there's a big bucket there. So what is it? You know what I mean?
The fourth, fifth round, I guess. 6 rounds?
I guess, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If it's if it's a 6th or 4th, that's, you know what I mean? I want to see what it is. But I guess, whatever. We'll see.
And probably not, whoever you got in that round would not be Bryce Huff this year. So I'm okay with that. So, you never know.
Yeah. Oh, no,
you the odds.
You can't get that experience in those rounds. You know what I mean? That guy's got NFL experience and
that counts
potential.
Right,
I really think so.
Trey, it's always fantastic to talk to you, man. Hey, bro, I'll be back Sunday. Let's do this some more.
Oh, Ronbo, love it. Love the platform.
Thanks,
I got to say, great to hear Smooth is back in at it.
Oh, yeah, Smooth, man. He's pumped up like crazy.
Ronbo, I love the platform. Hey, let me get a Niners holler real quick.
Do that. Niners! My boy Trey.
Oh, wow. Exquisite, Ronbo. Love you, love the platform. I love you, love the platform, and I hate Big Bird. So I will white chocolate out. See you later.
See you Sunday, fam. Oh, God. Big Bird, we're waiting on you, man. Don't be a coward. Call it in, throwing digs. Come on in, let's talk some football. Anthony.
What it do, Ronbo?
Oh, Anthony, man, we're sitting back here, gleaming, looking like we might be. Anthony, you know what? You know how every year when we look like we're going to Super Bowl, I always tell people to pump the brakes. Pump the brake now?
Ronbo.
Yes.
Didn't I tell you exactly about a month ago what the 49ers was doing?
Yeah, you
I told you good. We're going to wait after the draft, and we're going to get somebody that you least expect is free agent. Did I not tell you that?
Mm-hmm. They made a trade, though. Wasn't even free agent. They went and got him. Because Salah's suggestion. If Robert says I can get some stuff out of that dude, get him over here. The 49ers, I love the way when Salah speaks, they just, and Salah says
Ronbo.
Jump, they ask how high. Go get him.
Ronbo.
And we got some good deals.
Did I tell you Salah feel like he had some unfinished business from 2019, so he built his same 2019 defense.
You do that with Kyle Shanahan's offense, somebody will get an ass whooping. I can't wait.
Look at him, Ronbo. Huff, and that boy hit his prime, Ronbo. He's 27 years old.
It's right in the middle of his prime.
Right in the middle of his prime, Ronbo. You see how fast he get off here, Ronbo?
I'm not seeing. I just heard about him. I have not seen anything about him yet.
Huh?
I do know he was on that Eagles line, but they were putting him, slapping him back in coverage and everything else. I hate when they do that to linemen. Don't do that and then get mad at him.
Ronbo, you know why he really didn't shine in the Eagles? He behind so much depth, and then he drop another edge, Ronbo.
Exactly. I mean, you got a team full of studs. One may have to be a little less than the rest.
Ronbo. Hey, look, Ronbo. But when he did get in the game, he made a big impact, Ronbo. Huff is your D4 from 2019. You remember you had D4 on that out there?
Is he that kind of quick? Yeah, because D4 had some get off.
Man, Ronbo, Ronbo, watch this boy film, Ronbo. He's quick like D4. All thing wrong with D4 is that back injury, Ronbo.
Can't play football with a back injury. He cannot.
No,
I mean, there's not many
that's why we
sports,
got
but
rid of
especially football, especially his position.
That's why we got rid of the opponent that we got rid of, Ronbo. Kyle them didn't trust that back in.
It would reoccur. You were right.
Yeah. Cause Ronbo, look at him. I was telling everybody, I said, man, watch all these. They said, man, we ain't gonna have that many. I said, man, this team gonna be full of rookies. I said, we gonna maybe. You remember I told you this, Romo? We gonna get five. What's called
linemen, DLs,
veterans. 5 veterans. You remember I told you that, Romo?
Yeah, well, you got at least 5 now, actually.
Our defense gonna be most of the rookies. I said at least 30 rookies, and we gonna at least go and get 5 veterans. You remember I told that, Rumbo, about a month ago. Rumbo, I told everybody, and I told them a month ago, I said, Rumbo, 2025, we're going to put everybody on notice. 2026, we're going to be right back in the Super Bowl.
See? Now, see, to me, that's a realistic expectation. But see, we might end up in the playoffs. In fact, I'm considering that going to be the case. The 49ers just need to win the division. Rudy thinks the Rams are going to win the division. The Hawks could probably end up beating both of us. The thing is, the Cardinals. Anthony, I'm still scared of that little man called. Oh my God!
There you go. There you go again, Rambo.
Every time they snap the ball to him. Did you see him last year, Anthony? He's running to the end zone, jogging, waving at the 49er crowd. I said, what is that? Oh,
Rambo.
Yeah.
Rambo, let me tell you something, Rambo. I ain't worried about not one scrambling quarterback this year.
Yeah,
not one.
We do have new speed for that.
You know why, Rambo?
Yeah.
You got Collins and C.J. West pushing that mid up, Rambo.
Yeah. I got McHale on the outside. I got
McHale.
I got that linebacker.
You got McHale. You got McHale coming up.
Upton Stout's got speed.
And then you got Hulk coming off the end. You got Nick Bosa coming off the other end.
Yeah. Yeah, Bosa is good for quickness if he gets in front of you.
Off the rep. And all that speed we got that we bring some of these sensors that we bringing up running these 4-3s, Rambo. I'm trying to tell you, Rambo. Ain't no way. Like I told my friend that here for a lot of fans.
Who?
I said, look, my friend here for a lot of fans too. I told him, I said, man, look at him. We quickly brought Huff in to hunt the quarterback. McHale will, he said the edge is stopping the run of the middle. He gonna stop the run too. So man, I ain't not worried about no scrambling quarterback this year, Rambo. We're gonna be a top 3. We're gonna be a top 3 defense. Is not a top 1. We finna get back to Smashmouth football, Rambo, the way we used to be.
And then, as it should be, Anthony, we gotta pull up. I'm loving the enthusiasm, bruh. I'll be back Sunday looking for you.
All right, Rambo, I'm gonna be here. Appreciate you, Rambo.
Appreciate you, Anthony. You have a great night, fam.
Same to you, Rambo.
Night, fam.
Yeah. Rambo.
Man, you James 617. But I've been good. I'm in about 3 days now, and Rams fans and I have called a truce on Twitter. Mainly probably because I'm not over there. I mean, I see their name, and every now and then I'm the adult in the room. I go ahead and say, you children, go ahead and play. And when you get through, pick up your toys. And when grown folks are talking, I want you to know, don't come in here saying nothing. So that may be why they're not in here now. I'm loving it. Isn't it nice and peaceful in chat without them horn-haired, loud-mouthed, stalking, two-trophy? What? Anyway, it's just a wonderful day. Honestly, it was affecting me. I feel great. As long as I'm not looking, there's about 4 guys, I'm not going to mention their names, that I don't see. And it just brings sunshine. But if you do see Everett, just handle him with extreme prejudice. And Rudy, I don't need to tell you what to do with him. And also, what's that guy, Ready or Not? We talked about him so bad, I think we finally got rid of him. So you see, these people that come in to bother us as they do, they walk into pretty much, it's the pit of misery. I don't even know why they come in here, but because they're not going to be treated with any manners. There's no such thing as polite as soon as they walk in. As soon as it is, it's lock and load. Anyway, fam, I'm talking Full Metal Jacket. Fam, I will see you Sunday, and let's talk some more 49ers football and see who knows what the 49ers are going to do next. We may see something else happen between now and Sunday. Meantime, fam. Oh, thanks for the contribution, fam. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I love those subscriptions growing. It tells me that I am doing God's work. Fam, love you. You know this. See you Sunday. 9